A community center located in one of America's toughest neighborhoods has found a way to address a need.
So you're going to take an intro to English, you're going to take some kind of intro to calculus. You're going to take these courses that you don't really want to take, but you're going to have to take them.
Here's a ground level look into how resources are being used to help an underserved population succeed.
3 hours. For every hour that you sit in a course, you need to spend 3 hours studying for that course.
The tutor I worked with was Huang, and I loved the way he taught the lesson because he didn't just explain it, he drew a visual picture for us so that we understood what we were learning.
You would expect it to be they, but it's not. Why? Because the rule is only when you use and do you think of it as they. My name is Juan Wang. I grew up in Southern California in a suburb near LA. And I am currently a middle school teacher in New York City. I teach 8th grade at ISO 90. It's a school near Crotona Park in Upper South Bronx. The students that come into us through the New York Cares SAT tutoring program are partly screened. So they're from the South Bronx community, but they want to be here. They've applied here, they want the help, and they're motivated.
During the program, students take 4 practice tests. In these tests, we saw small increases in the reading and math subjects, but noticed substantial change in the writing section.
Given their circumstances, they start at a level that is more challenging than the more affluent neighborhoods I used to work in. Let's say something happened before that in the past that you want to describe. That's when you use past perfect.
My favorite tutor, well, I have 2 favorite tutors. My favorite, one of them was Juanita, because from the first day I came, one day she gave me a tutor sheet that she had made, and it really helped me.
My name is Juanita, and I am from Brentwood, Long Island. I attended Cornell University, and I was a history major, and currently I am working in administration for a public relations company.
Only the conjunction and, the actual word and, forms a compound subject that requires a plural verb form.
I decided to volunteer for New York Cares because I had heard very good things about the organization overall, and once I went to an informational meeting, I really felt that they really sort of embraced the idea of volunteerism, which is something very near and dear to my heart.
I came in lacking confidence in math especially, and it was every time I came to a lesson, I learned something new, something that I even forgot about the previous years in high school.
You're telling me the information, right? What can you infer from that information? If you know they're parallel, what do you automatically know? As I've started teaching in the South Bronx, as a tutor and as a teacher at my school, I've started to gain a clearer picture of some of the structural and cultural differences between the more affluent communities and the community I work in, and how that influences the educational paths of my students.
Each tutor contributes approximately 40 hours with students throughout the program. Students dedicate an average of 52 hours, and the students that completed the entire program finished with an attendance rate of over 86%.
Here's the thing, when you get there, would you rather be prepared or would you rather get there and struggle?
I'd rather be prepared.
My name is Gabby, and I grew up on Long Island in a small town all the way out east. I went to school at the College of New Jersey, and I majored in statistics. So one of the strategies that I found for connecting is just trying to figure out what interests them. Especially for the math, a lot of times they use terms when you're doing math that don't make a lot of sense. So if you put things in terms that are a little more fun to make it a little more exciting, makes it a little easier to connect and get that lesson across.
Tutors get to know the students and their interests and use this to come up with an engaging lesson plan to make learning fun.
When I do teach material, there is the part where I teach, right? And I show them how to do it by example. And then I have them actually try it. I make it independent. I make sure they're actually doing it without me giving them too much help. You see Anna did that? Idle, Kyle, and Trisha. No, right? It's or. Because it's or, you use the singular. Which means you think of it as he or she. He is managing, right? But if it said Kyle and Trisha, what would you say? are, then it becomes a big.
It's important for them to take how they carry themselves and what they're going to do with their lives very seriously, because I feel at times, as teenagers are wont to do, they can be a little silly, but I think this is a time where you have to learn about turning that off and being serious about what you want to do, knowing what you want to do, and doing the things that you need to do to get them.
Juan, he was my favorite tutor because in math he really helped you and showed you how to really work out the problems in a fast way, and he was just a good teacher.
All the obtuse angles are equal, all the acute angles are equal. So put 110 where you need to. I'd say the most touching moment this year was not something that happened inside this classroom. It was about a month later, and after they had taken the actual SAT, and I actually had one of the students write me an email and say, I'm really excited today, I want to find out my score, I'm going to let you know what it is, and actually kept in contact with me. That was the most touching moment, that they remembered that we were the ones that helped them, and remembered that we care actually how they do, and made an effort to reach out.
I would recommend this program to anybody who has any interest at all in making a difference in the future. You know, we're going through a lot of things as a society, as a country, and it's really important, I think, not to just sit by idly and let things happen.
Students not only walk away with improved scores, but also life lessons to take them into college and beyond. Tutors walk away knowing they've helped to empower some of New York City's underserved youth.
One of the most important things we can do is to support the next generation, because they're going to have their hands full, and this is just a small way that you can make a difference.